Welcome friends, this is Archangel. So I made a video yesterday about a cow renouncing his association with cows going their own way, in which I made light of the weakness and even subterfuge surrounding MGTOW channels and content producers who simply jump ship and leave. I would issue their reasoning in a normal voice and then the truth in a fast disclaimer voice. Apparently, the sarcasm of my satire wasn't as transparent as I had assumed. Thus, there was a little confusion that perhaps this was actually me handing in my resignation papers. So, let me clarify my intentions. I am not going anywhere. I will never be done. I will not concede. I will defy surrender. I don't care how those around me fall or give in to suffering. I will resist male devaluation and disposal as long as I draw breath and summon strength to lift valiant sword. I observe males abused and hurt. I witness males disparaged and besmirched. I am faced with male pain and suffering daily. Righteousness and injustice would not allow me recess even if I wished it. I am consumed with the fire of virtue to help the downtrodden. I draw power from the gods of justice, and I have the blessing of the lords of righteousness, and the gynocentric chains that bind all males will not dissuade my intent to liberate males from mistreatment. You know, even if I wanted to simply fade away, I could not. I have only been making videos for some months now, yet I have been writing scripts for videos for a solid year, and I have been writing my observations of the manifestations of societal misandry and species-wide gynocentrism for at least the last 8 years. These writings I turned into Green Eggs and Man, and many times throughout the process of writing Green Eggs and Man, trying to get it to market so that it may inspire males. So many times during the last few years, I simply gave up on my message and myself and tried to hide from society or plug back into slavery. Yet every time, something brought me screaming back, whether it was witnessing the pain of a fellow male or seeing the daily deluge of manginas or white knights playing doormats for females. I have tried to ghost from everything as well, yet the passion for male liberation compels me from my hiding places, with the thoughts that as I hide, there are males out there right now around the world that need my strength and insight. I have tried to walk away when I was less awakened than I am now, and an inner fire would not let me cease. Then I have found MGTOW and fully awakened. Now I am a male liberation warrior for the rest of my life. I have always been this. This was my destiny, my quest. I could not remain silent, nor turn my back on a brother, no matter how many turned their back on me to jump back in to the meat grinder. I was MGTOW before all the formalities of finding the MGTOW community, and I will be MGTOW after the brand has been tarnished and another acronym takes its place. I cannot, will not, nor will I ever abandon the males that everybody else devalues and discards. How could I? My heart bleeds for inequity and the suffering unjustly foisted upon the innocent. I am more fervent about male awakening and liberation with every succeeding new day. Male liberation is what I live for. This is my purpose. I eat, sleep, and breathe vaginisty opposition. Sometimes I am awakened in the night with ideas pouring out of my head. I am not a weekender to male liberation from disposal. I take this bull by the horns because this is life and death for males. I preach the word to males in person every day, which has estranged many friends and acquaintances when they saw that I was not a doormat like they were, nor like the rest of society. I live as an example, and I have lost many associations because of my conviction. But I am still here, more fire-breathing than ever. My cows going their own way satire was meant to call out the quitters. You are either MGTOW or you're not. You are either poison or antidote. Those who simply leave MGTOW were never MGTOW to begin with. They were either purple pillars masquerading, or they were tentative MGTOW, easily offended by someone in the MGTOW community, which means they were here for themselves, not for the ultimate benefit of males. Yes, this issue is black and white. You either approve of slavery or you do not. I was forged in the fires of tribulation beneath the bellows of hatred, and I am more tempered and resolute than ever. I solicit the four winds to carry my messages to the corners of the globe, that suffering males might gird their loins and rise up to join me in my campaign against cruel usury and disposal. I have been asked that if I died right now, would I be proud of the messages that I proffer? In that question they infer that I merely slander and besmirch females and do no good, that I effect no ultimate change for males. Granted, perhaps some of my messages have leaned more towards mockery, yet my heart, my compassion, my outrage is in the right place. Still, I have thought about this. Yes, I may get ornery with some observations, yet my observations are reality and truth, no matter how delicately or candidly one states truth. I could say females are selfish pampered eaters, or I could say females are entitled hypergamous gynocentric creatures. Both describe the same thing and are truth. One description is simply a little more aggressive, and I prefer the aggressive, because I want to usher change as hastily and expeditiously as possible for the downtrodden. So, would I be proud of my messages, of what I have done on behalf of males? Absolutely. I saw pain, I saw inequity, I saw suffering, and I rose to do something about it. I used my humor or sarcasm or rage to rail against the hurt and turmoil. I did not shrink away from greatness nor from helping others. I did not fall back into gynocentrism because I was thinking about myself and covering my hurts with false fairy tales, nor fill the emptiness in my heart with fake affection from females. Fake affection that I had to buy because they do not care about me. No, I stood against the stream, and I took the hardest path available, rebucation of gynocentrism. Thus, if I am asked by God, are you happy with your performance in life? I will say, I have done many things I regret. I have made many mistakes, and I have trespassed onto others. Yet when all is said and done, I did rise to help the abused. I did not shy away. I stood tall in defiance of injustice, and out of love did I do this. I loved the abused enough to suffer myself that I might empathize with them and thus be a warrior for them. So yes, I am proud of myself. I only wish I could have reached more males. I am here for male benefit, and part of this task is to practice tough love and beat down the males who enable the abuse of themselves and others. So yes, I will eviscerate manginas and white knights, brothers who I seek to liberate, yet I oppose them for their own good, so that maybe they will see the inequity and desire to change on their own, for true change only comes from within. I understand to the newly awakened that placing their trust or faith in a dubious online personality is sketchy at best. I have been personally disturbed by a number of MGTOW personalities who have backpedaled or straight up left. I realize that many lurkers may not want to place stock in or follow anyone here because it is like building a house upon sand. They see Benedict Arnolds everywhere and they think that this is merely a fad. Well, my new friends, I cannot speak for others here, but I am solid. Faith in me is not misplaced. You can lean on me and I will not bend. I lament the fact that I cannot be there in person to look each one of you in the eyes, put my hand on your shoulder and tell you how valuable you truly are. Nevertheless, I care about every one of you. My brothers, we are greatness, and the fates favor the intent of our hearts. We stand on the cusp of empowerment. We usher individual revolution, and when critical mass reaches threshold, we will be the seeds which compel societal revolution. We are cloaked in the armor of truth and light. We are the gallant, the intrepid, and the bold. We have the fortitude to tarry where others shrink and fade. We do so because of our compassion for the broken and damned. My friends, we are part of a singularity moment for males. Never before has such a number of males turned their back on devaluation, instincts, even nature itself in order to effect a greater good. This is truly monumental. Males rebuking usury, manipulation, devaluation, disposal, gynocentrism, hypergamy, and we each are part of this. Each new video or comment or viewer is another soldier added to the swelling army of justice. Every little comment you make to a male in your life, or living as an example, everything helps this revolution. To any downtrodden brother that can hear my voice, we need you, and you have a place here with us. Liberation Y will not turn away a suffering male. My friends, I am Archangel. I am a rock, and I fight for male liberation and empowerment, and I will do so until my heart beats its last righteous beat. Get used to me, because I will never abandon my post. I will never be done. My dear friends, stand with me, live free.